How have people come to you just with something like an ailment, like an anxiety or something, and just through yoga practice, have you seen that like go away completely, or have you seen anything like that? Not
So
physical, right? Not a physical
sure.
injury. Sure, we know stretching and mobility
Yeah.
work that works, but like something
Yeah.
like anxiety, I feel like that's just super chronic. I get people coming to me all the time, especially from a health coach kind of response. What should I take? Should I take CBD? Magnesium citrate, what are all these things, these outputs that I should put into your system to give you that?
Yeah.
And so much we forget the breath or something. But is there something that you do from like a yoga perspective that people you see their ailments, their anxiety just fade away?
So this is such a broad topic, Joel. Like it really is, and I'll
Or
tell
just
you,
an
and
example, I guess.
and I'll tell you
Is
why, and
that
I'll tell you why.
is that common? I guess people come to you and they're like, my anxiety went away, and you're like, I know. Like, yeah, of course.
So after a session, depending on the kind of session I'm doing, and this is where I was going to say, what I do is different with every person I work with,
Yeah.
right? Like some person may need hypnosis, which I've studied,
Okay,
right?
cool.
Some person may need
That's a whole nother podcast. Holy
do
cow.
you see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Some people are like, well, I see someone, I'm like, wow, you just need to open up your thoracic spine.
Yeah.
And I see someone, I'm like, wow, those hips are really messing your knees up. Right. So it depends on what the person needs. And for the anxiety, it's just not a clear cut answer. If a person's body is imbalanced or their liver is having issues, heavy metals, or
Yeah.
a lot of pharmaceuticals, then all the things they do in the world isn't going to fix their emotional state because their organs are unhappy.
Yeah.
The organs are unhappy, right? So this is something traditional Chinese medicine is known for thousands of years. Like your current well-being is based on the health of your overall body. And if an organ is unhappy, there's going to be a symptom,
Yeah.
some kind of symptom, emotional, physical, mental, whatever. So I try to have an open mind with whoever I talk to. Whoever I talk to.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like
No, it's
it could be posture work. It could be yoga work and breath work. It could be strengthening their body needs. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's individual. If I had a clear cookie cut system, well, then that's not how likely is that to work for everybody? Maybe. I don't know. I guess it's a good way to market things and sell them, but that's not how I work.
Yeah, I know it's so cool because I thought you were going to give me, well, yes, my yoga does this and that, and you didn't. You look at everybody as an individual, and that's where it goes. Maybe they don't need yoga. You're very open minded. It's not going to go just that route. So that's cool. I didn't realize that. I didn't think you were going to take it there. So that's good.
It's this is where like I struggle with like the cookie cutter system, or
Yeah.
when someone says this one thing is going to heal you, like, and this is why I try to empower people as much as possible to be their own masters, their own teachers. And where does that start? Well, maybe I can teach a little bit of awareness, right, or provide the space for awareness to allow them to discover what they need,
Yeah.
because I'm not doing anything. I'm just providing like a means maybe of them to get there. Like really, my greatest goal is to give, if I could give anything to this world or to someone else as a gift, it would be awareness. Because
100%. I could not agree with you more. I hear so many, even Gary Vaynerchuk and other entrepreneurs just talking about awareness, and it's like you can't fix a problem unless you're aware of it. And yeah, I mean, you nailed it.
yeah, and then taking that to chronic pain, taking that awareness to chronic pain is we focus on where the pain is, but it's likely not coming from there. It's likely not coming from there. So what do I mean by that? Your knee hurts. Your knee hurts. Well, it's likely, not all the time, likely has to do with the hip.
Right.
Likely has to do with the hip. So your jaw's bothering you. Well, is it the jaw that's throwing off the neck, or the neck that's throwing off the jaw?
Yeah.
Right? Or is it the shoulders or the hips that are throwing off the jaw? It's like the body is a system, and you have to look at it as such, because where the pain is usually isn't the origination of it.
Yeah.
And then, so how do you find out what the origination of it is? Well, hopefully awareness, hopefully mindfulness, hopefully a practitioner that is intuitive, or one that just really understands the body and has
Yeah.
no intuition. But I kind of try to combine a little bit of both, which is why I do a lot of body work. I do a lot of stretching. I do a lot of mobility. I do a lot of strengthening. And it depends, sometimes emotional work. But I do know one thing, that we carry stress in the body. And almost always when there's a chronic, serious physical thing going on, there was there's always almost, I don't know if that makes sense.
Always,
A traumatic event that happened. So what do I mean by that? Like a person walks in and they're like, I'm coming to you because nothing's been able to help my lower back. Okay, so I go back to the week that their lower back started hurting. What happened? Well, my dad passed away.
Right.
And I was just lifting up a box, like a normal box, not heavy or anything. And that's when it all started. So what just happened? You have these emotions that aren't being dealt with, that aren't being addressed, and they get manifested in the body. And that's why you're not healing, because it's the emotional state that needs to be addressed for you to progress or to heal. I don't know what healing is. You say the word heal and everybody has an issue with it. I don't do any healing. I don't prescribe any healing. I'm just guiding people to what may have caused the issue, and we try to address what that is. It often leads to them getting better.
Yeah. So cool.